Hello, we're here at Robert's Family Development Center garden, and I was just gonna give you an update because I haven't done an update in a while. So it's the beginning of the garden. Let's see, what could I talk about? Oh yeah, I put this lavender in here and it's still alive, so I'm very excited about that. Right here, it's lavender. So once it gets big, it'll look nice right there in the front. Let's see, I just transplanted some corn. This one already got bigger just in 2 days. So there's corn. The sunflowers were here. This one's dried up, lots of seeds already. This one's falling over. Let's see what else we got. I'm just clearing out this area right here because this tomato just went haywire. It got so big. So I cut it down. I'm letting the green ones ripen. There's lots to be harvested. The grass right here was super tall, so I just cut it down very messily, but I'm about to put mulch over all of this. The lentils that I put in a previous video, they're starting to flower, which means that little lentils will be there soon. I'm gonna transplant this. Oops, it's not focusing. Okay, I'm gonna transplant this watermelon because it's getting bigger and this is just not the right spot for it. But speaking of watermelon, I have 2 growing here. It looks like 3 because there's so many little vines to it, but here's one plant and here's the other one, and it's budding right here, a couple places, and it's just opening up. Wherever there's a flower, a fruit will come. So watermelon fruit will be right there. I just transplanted these I think are cantaloupe or honeydew. And here, this one's, I know those survived, they're doing okay. Very small. The corn is doing magnificent. And then the eggplant, the peppers are doing well too. As I said, wherever there's a flower will be a pepper plant. So here we got one down here. And then we got our eggplant, and wherever there's a flower will be an eggplant. We got some lemongrass. We got more lemongrass over here. It's doing super well. I'm kind of considering transplanting it, but it's really got really established. It's grown a lot. I cut it a couple days ago, so it's growing back. But these are all strawberries, and I've been meaning to transplant them because there's a lot in this area. The oregano's doing good. Let's see, we have some more cantaloupe down here. I'm gonna actually move up some of the mulch, put some compost down so that the cantaloupe will be sweet. Because what happened over here is the tomato grew, but I didn't put any compost here. Well, there was some compost here, but it was from like months and months and months and months ago. So the tomatoes weren't that tasty. This ground cover, I didn't know it was a ground cover when I put it in here, so it's taken up a lot of space. So I'm gonna start transplanting it onto the edges of the wall so it can grow like that, and it has this beautiful purple flower. The sunflowers from this area, I've cut them down. Lots of seeds, so many seeds. It's really thick. I thought this was gonna be the tallest one. Here's the compost, my favorite. Thought that was gonna be the tallest one, but look at this one. Super duper tall. This plot is it's doing its own thing right now. There's some volunteer tomatoes they're coming in. I should put some compost down here, see what will happen. We got a good yield of beans. So you can either eat them when they're green like this, or you could let them dry on the plant, or take them off and dry them. And then inside, will be beans, just like the ones from the store. What happened actually is I bought, actually the first time I planted beans here, I didn't buy them at all. I already had some beans, some dried beans in my house, and I just brought them here. I sprinkled them down, the beans came up, and now from those beans, because each bean is a plant, so now this is 2 plants right here, and there's still lots of beans on here, and they're so tasty when they're fresh, when they're green. Got a rosemary's doing well, kale, magnificent. But this one's also pretty droopy. Also very beautiful. Got our compost, is doing super well. The squash just don't stop. They will not stop. I just pulled up a whole bunch of squash from here, and the squash, they keep coming. So that's all. I really wanted to show you this eggplant right here. So beautiful. The corn, the watermelon. So that's the update on the RFDC garden.